Hey all, it's me, your hostess Liberty, and today we're doing something a little different to my usual. Recently, the RPG Maker Game Jam was held, and I'm taking part as one of the judging panel. Yay! We talked about it behind the scenes, and it was agreed that streaming or recording our playthroughs of the various entries was allowed. So, I decided that I will record the various entries that I get to play and judge, and present both a video and general summary of each entry to the developers to enjoy. Now, I will not be talking about any part of the scoring process itself on video, only my reactions to the game and any feedback I may think of during the playtime. This means that there may be cuts here and there that you notice because I started going off track, started yapping a bit longer, and need to cut that part out. Anyway, this is as good a statement of intent as any, so let's jump into the game! Hey guys! Ooh! 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 Oh my gosh! Treat? Treat? This is Moonlit Blessed, and I have to say from the start, yeah. What they do, get someone to sing a whole ass song for them? Holy crap. Production value high. How you doing? Alright, this is Moonlit Blessed. Let's see what this game has to offer. Okay, I cannot use my controller for it. Alright. I had hope. Alright, let's go. You've never been afraid of the night. How could you be when the shining moon is always there, our kind, gentle moon god that protects us from the dark? Even in the middle of the most encroaching shade, it watches over us in its full brilliance. But one day, the foresight says, the moon will dim and vanish. And on the third day of its disappearance, a young hero will leave on a journey to bring her back to our skies. You've always known that this would fall to your best friend, because she's the most reliable friend there is. Oh, it says the character's gender. Gender, not genre. What is her name? Lunari. Yes, even the Foresight has always known. They've trained Lunari since a very young age, just to be ready for this moment. On the other hand, you... All girl team? All girl team. And what is your name? My name is... Solus. Solista. Yes. But for this moment, you are no less prepared. You've even studied hard to learn some magic, because since long ago you decided you wanted to go with her on this journey. Moonlit Blessed. The moon is gone. It's the third moonless night in a row. You've never been afraid of the night, but in this darkness, even the lamps of the village seem feeble and powerless against it. Through the window you pray to the skies above. You feel a presage of something. Who is it this late? Without delay you open the door. Wow, she really is awake. I thought people usually slept at this hour. I told you, I knew she would be. Sorry to come this late, but don't worry, it'll be just for a moment. It's Lunari, oddly still up and about. Usually she would be asleep by now to be ready for the training at sunrise. At her side is a diminutive figure, a fairy pale in the clearest moonbeam. Lunari? And is that... This is Dot, an envoy of the moon. You know what that means, right? Were you afraid to open the door? What if it had been a monster from the depths of the night? One of the terrible shadows from between the trees? Hey, don't be mean to Solista. It's dark out there, sure, but we're safe inside here. Being so brave already. On the third day of the moon's disappearance, a chosen hero will depart. The foresight was right. I knew it would be you. Shh, lower your voice. It's late, remember? Oh, whoops. Your foresighters were accurate in their prophecy, you know. They got all the details right, down to the silver of your eyes. Well, all the training would have gone to waste if they'd been wrong. As long as the moon vanished, I had a feeling the time was coming. That's amazing, Lunari. You're finally going to be a hero. I still find it hard to believe. Dot and I will let everyone know as soon as I wake up, but I wanted to tell you first. I knew you would be still up fretting about the missing moon. Maybe. Was I? It's okay, I'm not even that sleepy yet. So, you'll be leaving tomorrow? I can't afford to delay much. Tomorrow morning, I'm departing to fulfill my task at last. I'm going to bring back the moon. There's still time for goodbyes, so no need to hurry yet. You see, I know this is your duty, but I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to come with you. Huh? Are you sure? It will be dangerous, and I'll have to travel far from the village, and even more reason to come and help. It doesn't say anywhere in the prophecy that the hero has to go alone, does it? I guess it doesn't. You'd really come with me, even if it's dangerous? If that's okay with you. I'd be glad if you did. It'd be reassuring. Then I guess we both should go to sleep soon if we want to get up early enough. If we can. I feel like it'd be hard to catch a single wink. No, she's right, Hero. You'll have to both wake up very early tomorrow. Well, if only someone hadn't appeared to nominate me Chosen One at this inhuman hour. Can't help it, I'm an envoy of the moon, remember? My working time is at night. Sure. I'll save the complaints for when the moon's back then. We can prepare tomorrow together. Get something warm to drink. It might help you sleep a bit. Will do. I think I'll sneak into the kitchens a moment. You'll make the Order regret having trained you so much. Hey, it's your idea. Surely they can forgive their Chosen One for one small cup of milk before departure. Get some good rest too, alright? Full night to you. I'll try. A full night to you too. Lunari leaves down the corridor and you quietly close the door. Hopefully there's still some time for you to get enough hours of sleep. Ooh, I like that. The next early morning under the first sunbeams, the village of the Order gathers at the exit to bid the hero good travels. Our Chosen One, may you succeed and be blessed, brings us back our kind gentle moon. Together with the other villagers, you also bow to the hero. It feels strange, like they're all praising the saviour they've raised and cultivated for this duty instead of wishing well to a dear friend. You notice Lunari looking at you. With your cane and equipment ready, you step forward to follow her. You can feel the surprised looks, the confused stares, the voices asking, why is she following the hero? Perhaps some even think you're stepping into a limelight you don't belong. And maybe they're right, you think, but you try to pay them no mind. Together you step outside the village and leave it behind. It's almost like we're living in one of the legends, those where the moon becomes thinner every night until it disappears. That's true, but it's fine. Even in the stories, the moon always ends up coming back. Are you nervous? Me nervous? Why? They've always said that this is going to be a dangerous journey, you know. Even I'm getting a bit anxious. And who wouldn't be? Every start of a journey is a new experience. The worry is part of the anticipation. I just want to make sure I don't want to end up dragging you into trouble with me. The seed of doubt has always been there, it's true. This journey is no mere stroll. Everyone that fears the darkness of the night depends on your success. With that in mind, you feel confident. Not really. I know that with you here and how much you've prepared, we'll succeed for sure. And if there's anything you can't do alone, you know I'll be here with you. Thank you, I can always count on you. I almost feel undeserving sometimes. Too bad, I'm already here now and ready to go. Come on, hero. Chin up. A chosen one like you can't possibly be unworthy. You're right. Very well. Now that we're all set, it's time to decide where to go first. Huh? Aren't we going to save the moon right away? That alone won't be enough, unfortunately. Correct! As I told you yesterday night, hero, this is what we'll have to do. Our final goal is to climb the tallest mountain and reach the highest point in the sky to rescue the moon. Our final goal is to climb the tallest mountain and reach the highest point in the sky to rescue the moon. But of course, the moon itself is not the only problem. The full moon wolf, the waning hourglass, and the crescent lake, they're not really an obstacle to get to the mountain, but they're all connected to the moon and are also suffering from her lunacy. Before we save her, we must save them too. Lunacy? What happened to them? How are we going to save them? Don't fret. Saving each of them will be like a little trial before the final goal. But with my guidance and wisdom, it will be like a breeze for the hero. You said you know where to find them, right, Dot? Of course. Just choose which one you'd like to deal with first and follow my lead. Just point me to where you want to go. Oh. Choices. Oh, we can save our game here? Okay. Let's go with the water first. Through the path to the east, a river accompanies your steps. Follow this path? Yeah. Following the path to the east, you're accompanied by a pleasant sound of running water. Despite being in an adventure to save the moon, it feels like you're just taking a little stroll. If we keep following the water upstream, we should find the lake easily. I've only seen Great Lakes in books. I wonder what it'll look like. It must be impressive, like a very big pond. Probably, but surely the sea must be way more amazing. The lake is an honored guardian. It's not like any glorified water puddle. You're making it sound like it's a glorified water puddle anyway. No, I'm not. The lake is the lake. But you'll see, it is certainly impressive. Exciting. You cross a bridge and stop a moment to enjoy the view from it. The water passing right below you keeps you glued to the bridge railing. You try hard to look through the shine in the running current to see what's underneath, but you can only see the bed of colourful pebbles. Oh, I thought I could try counting the fish, but I don't see any. It might be too shallow for them to live here. Maybe tadpoles? Or crabs. We should go fishing again when we can. You continue on your way. It's a peaceful walk and nothing of note happens. It's almost too peaceful. Focusing so much on the sound of water, it takes you a while to realize it's the only thing you can hear in the backdrop. That's weird. Do you hear any birds singing? Now that you mention it, that's not a good sign. Oh, look there. A bit ahead you see a silhouette. A deer is quietly drinking from the river, unperturbed by your presence. There are animals at least. Just a deer, it seems calmer than usual. They usually flee as soon as they see people. If it doesn't run away, you could get closer and check on it. You suggest to approach the deer. Should we try to get closer? It doesn't seem to be afraid of us. Why not? Let's walk slowly just in case. You leave the path to approach the river. With how elusive deer are, you've never managed to see one from that up close. But this one is pitch black and something is dripping down from it. The thing resembling a deer starts approaching. Something like a maw opens where its neck should be. A bad memory suddenly comes back to you, freezing you in your tracks. Oh no, you won't! Lunari quickly unsheathes her sword, but it all feels like a blur to you. You barely hear a slash and then a thud. The thing resembling a deer lies dead, but you still feel eyes on you, from between the trees or from its remains. You can't exactly tell. Lunari grabs your arm and your senses return. Let's get out of here. Yeah. You thought the shock was making you lose perception of your surroundings, but when you realize you can't even hear the river anymore, the water is still. You can only hear the sound of your footsteps running and running as fast as you can. Once you've gotten far enough to feel a bit safer, you allow yourself a bit of a respite. For a moment, it looked like that time. Don't worry, I won't let it hurt you. It won't happen again. Oh, I see. This can be a problem. If the water in this river comes from the lake, it must be brimming with lunacy. It must have turned the animals into whatever that was. I doubt they can do much against you, though. They're no match against a hero. That's terrible. Not just for the animals. That water could get to our village and others, too, if we were to drink it. It could get even worse, indeed. Let's hurry to the lake before it's too late. I dread to imagine how things are there. Only the sound of your footsteps breaks the stillness. You continue on your way, staying on alert of your surroundings. You walk surrounded by silence for a long time. It's like time itself is frozen, and only you are left to behold this immobile world. At last you arrive at what Dot calls the lake. A soft mist envelops the faraway mountains. In contrast, the lake is like an obsidian mirror. Its dark waters reflect a sky that isn't there, with an incomplete moon right in the middle. Somehow it looks beautiful. We've arrived! Welcome to the lake! If only the way hadn't been so unnerving, it would be almost pleasant here. Look! You crouch down close to the water, hoping to see something underneath. Even at the shore, it looks dark and cloudy. The water's all strange, even worse than the river. The source of the lunacy must be at the center of the lake. If the hero touches it, the lunacy will all be cleared. So I'll have to dive in to get there. Got it. Wouldn't that be too dangerous? What if it's too deep? What if even the fish have changed? It's not like there's much else I can do. I need to at least try to get there. You're blessed by the moon, hero. That will help guide you. I don't know. I'd rather think of another solution. I'll be fine. You'll see. If it's too far to reach it, we can look for an alternative then. Wait here. I'll be right back. Lunari leaves some of her gear with you and swims into the lake towards its center. You wait at the shore, looking at the ripples behind her slowly disappear. The waves make the reflected stars dance. Once Lunari arrives where the incomplete moon is, she dives underwater. You wait. You're not sure how long it's been, but it feels like time passes very, very slowly. She's still not back. What do we do? Let's be patient. The trial of the lake must take its due time. You believe in the hero, don't you? Of course you do. But whether you believe in her or not, doesn't make you worry any less about a friend. You're not too confident in your swimming ability, but that can't really stop you from trying. You decide to wait for her. We have faith. Lunari told you to stay here, and you want to believe in her. You're sure she wouldn't risk it for no reason, and that she wouldn't want you to put yourself in danger. You stay at the shore with Dot, waiting patiently and praying for Lunari's safe return. It's so quiet, you start hearing your own nervous heartbeat. Trying to calm the uneasiness, you try to strike up conversation. Where did you come from, Dot? Did you come from the sky? You could say that, yes. I was wondering, if it's not impolite, how close are you to the moon? Even though it watches over us, it's always so far away. I thought that coming up from there, you must know it much better. Of course. You could even say I'm the closest to the moon, enough for her to entrust me with saving her light. It's not so different from you and the hero. You've known each other for so long, haven't you? Yeah, we have. We grew up together at the Order. It must have been a great honor to keep the hero company like that. Everyone feels the same. I feel very, very honored too, of course. But I think I would still be happy even if she wasn't the hero. Solista? Maybe it's just the effect of the quiet after the tension of the journey here. but your eyelids start to feel heavy. The more you try, the more you struggle to keep them open. It feels like you're floating, drifting away somewhere. Before you realize, the lake has embraced you into a peaceful slumber. When you open your eyes, you're surrounded by mist. Everything is white, but somewhat familiar. Where am I? Wait, this is... You know this path. It's the road you took when you left the village. Come, follow the path. Huh? Who was that? Hello? Is anyone around? Lunari? This isn't where I was a moment ago. When did I get so close to home? What is home to you? Home is where I live. It's somewhere I don't feel lost, I guess. And yet you don't feel as homesick as you thought you'd be. Even if it hadn't been that long, and despite there being some dangers, being on the road with Lunari has still been the most fun you've had in a while. Right, I need to find Lunari. You start walking, though the mist doesn't let you quite see towards where. You just follow your instinct, trying to remember the right way to the village. It feels different from when you were with Lunari, but you don't feel like you're alone, like someone is observing you. What happened earlier? I was at the lake and then... Did I fall asleep? Is this a dream? The voice in your thoughts returns your words like a reflection. What is your dream? What is your aspiration? My dream? Something I want to do. You search for the answer inside you. The thing you want the most, your biggest wish. If you had to say, it would be... to help Lunari. You want to save her. Yes, that's right. Lunari has always protected you. Whenever you've needed it, she's always been there. But how many times have you been able to give back to her? Many times, Lunari would say, and it's not a lie, but it never feels like it's enough. I wonder if Lunari feels the same way, that Solista has given her so much. That's how good friends feel, right? Like they've given and given each other everything, and it's never enough because the other has given them so much. Or at least, you know, true friendships. It's like, oh, you did this for me, and you paid for this, and you did that, and you did this, and it obviously you don't keep count, because that's not what friendship is, right? But you still feel like, oh, my friend has given so much to me, I want to give something to them. And then it creates a loop, a feedback loop. And it's just like, all those connections, all those moments. It's not just presents or money or anything like that. It's the gift of time, of memories, of being together, of connection, you know? They're gifts, they're important gifts, more important than, you know, spotting you for a meal on a Friday night, that kind of thing. It's the gift of being there, of being in your life. And you can feel that connection, and it is, she's been there for me, I want to be there for her, and that just keeps growing and growing and growing. In a good relationship, and not just friendships, also relationships. It's all about the connection of being there, the one to listen, the one to talk, the one to, you know, engage with and to be there for, and to, you know, just exist within each other's lives. And that's a gift, because that time is the most precious gift you can give someone, because everybody only has a limited amount of time in their lives, right? We hate to think about it, but it's true. And every moment you spend with one person is a moment you're not spending with everybody else. Unless you're in a group, of course. But when you're spending time one-on-one with somebody, or even two-on-one, or, you know, in a small group, that's time that you're investing in your relationship with them as a part of your life, of the limited time span that you have in existence. And that's why you want to think about the friendships that you have and whether they're worth keeping in your life. Because sometimes you do find yourself in a relationship where you're spending parts of your life with them and they're not giving back. And they don't have to give back equal share, but they should be giving back enough to make you feel like it's equal. It doesn't have to be exactly equal, but it has to feel like it is. Like you exist as much in their life as they exist in yours. Which reminds me, I should probably call my cousin. My nephew. One of these. Sometime today. I haven't spoken to him in a while. Yeah. Alright, back to the game. Sorry. Side tangent. Whoop! Lunari, where did you go? If something has happened to you and I can't do anything about it, what good am I even? I need to find her. If she was in danger. When you realize you've walked out of the path and into the woods, fortunately this area is not unfamiliar to you. You remember a time when you were here years ago, very clearly. You were out practicing your new light spells and it got a bit late. The light was enough for you to find your way around, but also to alert others to your presence. And when you were on the way back... Ah! That's Lunari. You arrived just in time. Right as the strange creature is about to attack Lunari, the flame of your cane brightens. The beam of light pierces the monster, and it vanishes like ashes in the wind. Lunari, are you alright? Celesta! Thank you, you saved my life! Did I? But where is your sword? What happened? Let's go home before any other dangers appear. With you here, there's nothing to worry about. Lunari, but No, something's not quite right. This Lunari that you see can't be the Lunari that you know. This can only be a reflection of yourself. Your vision starts to blur and Lunari's form disappears. Yes, this is not how it went. Lunari wouldn't have let go of that sword. She's the one that saved me that day. Maybe I'm weak and I'll never be like her, but I've gotten better. I'll keep getting better. And one day it'll truly feel like it's good enough. The illusion shatters into thousands of little pieces. You slowly fall on a floor like a clouded mirror, surrounded by a dark fog. It's hard to move, as if you were walking through a body of water. A bit ahead, the purple glow you saw when you dove into the lake catches your attention. I didn't dive into the lake though. There's a presence. You recognize Lunari's silhouette through the haze, but her form is transparent like a ghost. You're sure of it this time. It has to be her. She seems to walk aimlessly, lost among the fog, until she sees your lamp. Lunari, there you are! But there's no answer. Lunari, hello? She doesn't seem to hear you, and neither can you hear her, but she's seen your light. Right, if I'm in a dream, maybe this isn't even real. Let's go, Lunari. I can try to light your way at least. You walk towards the glow, guiding Lunari with your lamp. What you find is a dark crystal piercing the floor and emitting purple smoke all around it. As soon as Lunari crouches down to touch it, the fog instantly clears up. For one last time the voice speaks. Clear once more, thank you. But there's no chance to reply before the dream ends. You wake up, finding yourself lying on the shore. Oh, Lunari, you're back! So it seems. Are you okay? Dot said that you suddenly lost consciousness. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I fell asleep. You too, huh? It was strange in the lake, like being in a dream. It took a while to find the way, but I felt like something was guiding me. That's how the trial of the lake is. Just a little test of reflection. Definitely not what I was expecting. Ugh. All of a sudden, Lunari seems to lose her strength. Lunari, are you alright? Yes, just feeling the exhaustion, I guess. I'm fine. It's nothing to be too concerned about. The after effects of the lunacy can just take a bit of a toll. That was the lunacy? What happened to it? Don't worry, see? I can get up just fine. Fine, but let's sit down and rest a bit at least. You sit down for a moment to dry Lunari's clothes while you rest. With the help of some handy magic, it doesn't take long for them to be wearable again. Glad you're alright too, Dot. Silly hero, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself first. Yeah, how was the trial? Nothing too bad. There was a voice, but I'd rather not remember much. Oh, I heard someone in my dream too. So you heard it too? That must have been the voice of the lake. It's a contemplative being, that one, like looking in a mirror. I didn't expect to hear a lake being called a being, but it's not a guardian for no reason, I guess. All the guardians are special in their own way. I hope you won't catch a cold at least. It's not really a good season for swimming right now. Hopefully not. That'd be a pain. Imagine catching a cold when you've got a whole moon to save. But thanks to you, my clothes are warm and dry now, so I think I'll be fine. Thank you, Callista. Of course. You take one last look at the lake as you finish picking up your stuff. The water is now fully transparent, and the reflection captured on its surface feels like you could lose yourself in it. On Dot's recommendation, you stay around the lake for the rest of the afternoon to avoid passing by the forest at night. When the sun starts to set, the chirping of the crickets fills you with relief. Oh, that was one guardian. 2 more to go now. Where did the guardians come from anyway? What exactly are they? You could say they're the silent protectors on behalf of the moon. As for how exactly, tell me, are you afraid of the dark? Not really. Okay, fine, you're different. I'm trying my best to give an example here. Alright, let's say I am. Go on. Good. So you see, the night is a great source of fear. If you put together all that fear, it gathers and festers, and when it accumulates too much, it starts affecting the things around it. So, the guardians and the moon protect you, and all from with it light. What? I read that wrong. And all from it with their light. Oh, I see. But here comes the prophecy to warn us that it's them who need help now. After so much time, even they have been affected by the lunacy for some reason. And that's where I come in to save them, right? Exactly. They've done so much for us without us knowing. I hope we can help them back. By the way, how's your right leg holding up? A bit sore still, but resting it did some good. That's good. If you need to take any breaks, do tell. Is something wrong with your leg, Callista? Oh, it's just some leftover after effects of an injury years ago. It's been long healed, but my right leg is still a bit weaker than my left. Ooh, I see. So that's why you wear only one sock. What happened? Hey, you don't just ask someone about that. It's okay, I don't mind. I've just got a bit of an ugly scar there. I was attacked by a monster some years ago. It was scary, but Lenari was there to help me. Wow! Already being a hero since so long ago? So valiant! Lenari has always been very brave. It was the least I could do. Oh, if only I could lend you my wings, but sadly I do need them myself. It's fine, really. If I need to rest, I'll tell you. Gotcha. So, where are we going to go next? Just point me to it and let's go. Can we go back to the village? Seeing the village so small in the distance, you feel so far away from it. But it's alright, it's not time to go back yet. Through this path to the west, a town comes to view. Follow this path. Following the path to the west, you arrive at a small town. It's bigger than the village you've always known, and while the faith of the moon is still noticeable, the air feels somewhat different. Part of the pavement shows signs of a recent damage, and small pieces of broken wood are scattered along the streets. When you arrive at the market, the hustle and bustle that should have been present feels oddly quiet. Exchanges are done discreetly so as not to alert the bad omens. How quiet. The market at home is usually more lively than this, isn't it? Yeah, the people here seem afraid. Something must have happened. Poor people, they must be so scared in these dark nights. What should we do? Maybe we could ask someone about it? Do we have to? I feel like they already have enough to deal with right now. But these are the people you're here to save, hero. Seeing you will surely give them hope. I don't know, I was thinking that maybe helping them without making a ruckus of me being here would be for the best. But maybe I should say something to them at least. Maybe. Perhaps asking someone would be the most direct way. It doesn't even have to be Lenari who does it, but that's something you can do just yourself. But there's its perks to investigating too. You suggest to Lenari that you should ask around together, someone might know someone. Investigate together, you might find some clues. Yeah, let's investigate. If you prefer to lay low for now, we could just look around instead. Maybe that will give us some hints. Sounds good. There was a lot of broken wood back there, like there'd been a fight bad enough to break stuff around. If someone attacked the town, we should check the other exits too. Oh, playing the nameless savior, I see. I guess that's alright too. I just don't want to bother them unnecessarily. That's very like you. Is it? I don't know what you mean. Anyway, let's go see what we can find. The three of you continue through the main street and you reach the farms at the other side of town. It's even quieter here, and it doesn't take long to guess why. Some of the fences are in pieces and there's a big broken cart toppled over. Although it seems to have been cleaned up a bit, there are signs of fighting all over. When you approach the cart... Oh! Behind the cart lies an abandoned sickle. Bloodstains cover part of its curved blade, and some more are splattered all around it. The sudden discovery makes you stumble backwards. Celista, are you alright? Yeah. There's something there. Blood. Let me see. Oh. Lenara looks to where you found the sickle. Suddenly you hear a voice behind you. Hey, that's no place for youngsters. What are you doing here? Oh, nothing. We're investigating. Nothing to worry about, good sir. This is the chosen hero, come to protect the town. Chosen hero? The one the order says will bring back the moon? Yeah, the very same. What she said. The one and only. Huh. That's great and all, but you seem all a bit too young to be playing heroes here. Better go back to town before you get into trouble. I'm serious. We need to know what has happened here. Could you tell us what has befallen the town? Well, beasts from the woods have been running amok at night. As you can see, some have fallen victim trying to play the hero. There's some wounded too. We don't know when they could return, so be good and leave this to us guards. Go back to town, alright? Stubborn Tin Man. What can your spear do that the hero can't? Hey, don't provoke him. I understand the concern, but I won't run from something I must do. As it's my duty, I'll deal with this. Ugh, you better be as strong as those prophecies say then. If anything can be done about this beast, it might help to look into the wolf. It's always been the guardian of these woods, and nothing like this has ever happened before under its watch. Perhaps the others are right, and it's really gone mad, and the beast won't stop until we're all eaten. Is the wolf the one behind the attacks on the town then? That's the guardian we came here to face, so this leads us to the same goal anyway. Thank you, good sir. We'll return with good news. You have my word. The guard waves a tired goodbye and leaves to continue his rounds. Are you better now? Yeah, don't worry about me, but what about you? That guard didn't seem eager to trust us. It's alright. Whether people believe in the hero or not changes nothing about what I have to do. Once you return triumphant and they see a tranquil night, they will all understand. At least now we know what happened here and where we have to go. What sort of guardian is the wolf? A lone, dignified beast who only has eyes for the moon. Huh, it's strange. That doesn't sound like a creature who would suddenly prepare an attack like this. If I wanted to eat the townspeople, why send other beasts here instead of coming directly, you mean? Yeah, it must be something else. The townspeople are right, though. The wolf has gone mad. With no moon to howl at night, the lunacy must be eating away at it. If we go now before the night arrives, we might be able to take it by surprise. Let's go to the forest then, before it gets too late. Maybe we should stay the night and then go. start walking, following the tracks on the path. The more you advance, the denser the trees get. You become more and more surrounded. It starts to darken until you're not sure if the night has come. The more you advance, the denser the trees get. As you become more and more surrounded, it starts to darken until you're not sure if the night has come or not. There's eyes between the trees, and a cold air permeates the woods. From time to time you hear the running of frightened forest creatures away from you, but the more you advance, the more it turns into silence. Once the tracks start blending with the underbrush, Dot takes the lead.
Follow me! I can sense the wolf's presence now.
It's so quiet here. It's like even the bugs have completely vanished. Like no beast is brave enough to stay here. At least it doesn't seem as bad as it was back on the way to the lake. Under the fairy's guidance, you arrive at a clearing. In normal circumstances, the circle of trees would have framed the moon like a halo on the earth, but there's only a void above. Instead, at the center of the clearing, there's a dense mound of brilliant flowers that look as if they've been born from the moonlight itself. It would be beautiful if it weren't for the chill you feel on your spine as soon as you step into this scene.
Oh, I have a bad feeling.
Yes, something here feels strange.
Be careful, hero. We're entering the wolves' domain.
And as soon as Dot says those words, an eerie breeze envelops the clearing. There's a presence, something circling you from the trees, something that is getting closer. Lunari readies her sword.
Guess it was too much to expect it to be sleeping obediently.
There! A flash of white mane dashes towards you three from between the trees, but Lunari sees it coming. She steps in front of you, parrying the wolf's bite with the flat side of her blade. The wolf releases the bite and jumps over you to the middle of the clearing. It struggles to stand as if in a daze. I don't think slaying the wolf directly will be an option. I'll have to think of something fast.
We won't need to hurt it much. You only need to touch the gem on its forehead and take its lunacy.
All right. That looks easier said than done. The wolf howls. A strange dark glimmer like a flame flickers between its eyes. You could easily imagine the silhouette of this beast gazing at the moon on a peaceful night, but instead it's quickly running towards the hero in a frenzy. Lunari manages to dodge with calculated timing. Fortunately, a beast out of control is easily outsmarted. The wolf strikes back, but the hero parries its bite with her sword again. When she steps back from the clash, the sword's arc leaves a small dark red slash on the side of its mouth. It'll be hard to get close without hurting it. Even if Lunari can keep up with this duel and eventually win, there's definitely a great risk. You feel like you can't just stand there, you need to do something. You decide to distract the wolf. You start to channel magic into your cane. Anything will do as long as it's flashy enough to get the wolf's attention. I'll try to distract it. Here, look here. Huh? The flame inside the lamp of your staff brightens, and with a swift movement, a beam of light shoots towards the ground near the wolf. The wolf turns to look at you. Good news, your plan succeeded. The bad news, now you are its target. Oh dear. The wolf darts off after you. You know you're not fast enough to outrun it, but if you can at least create an opening for Lunari. You start running along the border of the clearing. Just a bit closer, just enough to lead it within Lunari's reach. You need to stop the wolf for a moment, even if you have to hurt it a bit. You get ready to shoot another beam of light, just in time to see the wolf's maw open in front of your eyes as you turn around. Lunari leaps in front of you at the right moment, stopping its fangs from reaching you, at the cost of a bite. Lunari! Lunari's sword falls to the ground as her grip loosens. Red droplets fall on it, staining the blade with the bloodstains of its own wielder. But Lunari sees an opportunity. She quickly stretches her other arm towards the wolf's forehead and touches the gemstone. The dark glimmer erupts from the gemstone like a dark mist and quickly envelops Lunari's body. And then it fades. Lunari steps back from the wolf.
but it seems the attack has ended. The wolf slowly collapses onto the mound of flowers, with eyes finally clear of madness. But suddenly... Ah! Ah! Once again, when the dark glow vanishes, Lunari falls to her knees. This time the pain seems stronger than before. Lunari! Is it the lunacy again? Yeah, it's the same feeling, like my head is splitting. Don't worry, it'll go away in a moment. It's a temporary pain. Is there anything I can do? Healing, maybe that will work. Let's just rest for a moment. I'll be fine. The two of you sit down right where you are. You notice the wolf now resting as if the battle had never happened at all. It looks at you with thankful eyes as if saying that you can stay in its domain as long as you need. It's just like a very big dog now. The townspeople will be glad to know the wolf is back to normal. Now the other beasts won't have to run away in fear anymore. What about that gemstone? Was that another fragment of the moon? That's correct. It was tainted by the lunacy, but not anymore. With the moon present and its mind clear of lunacy, it would have been a much, much bigger threat. You did a great job, hero. Well, I was quite literally born to do this. It's no big deal. After resting for a little bit, you decide it's time to return. You look at the clearing one last time. The wolf, exhausted, curls up in the middle of the world mound of flowers, peaceful and gentle like the moon itself. We know this is not what you wanted to do, so wait here and rest. The hero will bring back the moon for you too. Together you make your way back to the town. From between the trees you feel the eyes of fearful beasts looking at you with respect and curiosity, but none of them have the will to attack anymore. You leave the forest feeling that, at last, all will be at peace here. When you finally arrive at the town, the night has come. You notice various silhouettes holding torches on one hand and arms on the other, waiting at the entrance.
Uh-oh, seems like someone will be disappointed. If they expect a beast today, they're going to get a surprise.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? We do bring them a good surprise.
It's probably pointless to ask, but I don't suppose we might be able to just leave. Come on, hero, you get a free claim to fame, and this is how you deal with it?
It'll be fine. I'm sure they'll all be glad.
Yeah, I guess. Let's go.
Even if Lunari tried to run away, the townspeople have already noticed you anyway. A town guard starts walking towards you. You, aren't you youngsters who were running around town today? You came from the forest.
Rejoice! This is the hero that has saved the wolf!
You won't need to fear anymore. The beasts of the forest are back to their home in peace and won't hurt you anymore. You hear the murmurs of the people. Could it be? Is it truly as they say? But Lunari's silver eyes would never lie. It's the hero! The hero who's dealt with the wolf! The townspeople raise their torches in a cheer. Quickly they gather around you and guide you back to town. Hearing the commotion, many other villagers rise up to join the sudden celebration. Allow us to thank you, hero. We'll give you as much as we can for your journey, whether it's gear, supplies, or riches. Anything at all. The elder bows in profuse reverence. Many merchants in the crowd approach to offer some of their wares, and some people even drop a few of their coins. Soon, in front of you, is a box filled to the brim with rewards.
Ooh, there's even raisin cookies!
I don't know if I can accept so much. This town has gone through some rough days. It wouldn't be fair. Nonsense. You saved our home. Though the lives we have lost will not return, what we offer you we can recover. Feeling pressured, Lunari looks more and more unsure. She turns to you and Dot. How are we going to carry all of this?
With your arms? On your back? I can think of some other ways if you're willing to do a handstand.
Sure, I'll do a handstand all the way to the mountain. Really now? I really want to see you do that now.
Or you could eat the food and carry it in your stomach. That also works.
Lunari has a point, but there can always be solutions to that. Thinking about this dilemma, you decide to only take half. Yeah, I agree. They need all of this more than us right now. Maybe we can just take half. We could carry it between our backpacks more easily.
And I'll carry the raisins in my mouth. You're gonna have to convince them, though. They look like they won't take no for an answer.
I guess. Lunari looks around, feeling the pressure of a lot of expectant gazers. I'm immensely thankful for your kindness, really, but I'd be glad if you kept a part of your generous reward. We didn't deal with the wolf to be repaid anyway. Even if our journey will be difficult, we don't need to take more than we need. Are you sure? This is the least we could do for someone fated to save our lives. It's all right. Knowing that you're entrusting me with your hopes is already a great sport. Ooh, smooth. Is that so? Very well. At least do allow us to offer you a stay for the night. Free of charge for today. That I don't think we can refuse. We all do need some rest. Once the matter of the reward is settled, you finally get a breather from all of the attention.
Look at our hero, first acting so shy, and now you're the most gallant around.
You're great at motivating people when you get to it. The party continues a little bit later into the night, though you decide to retire a bit before it ends. Your bones are sore, and not even the singing and the cheers will keep you from having the biggest sleep. Accepting the offer to stay in the village, you sleep in the most comfortable beds of the inn for the rest of the night. The next morning you wake up well rested and depart without delay after breakfast.
Only one more guardian to go now.
How are you holding up?
It's fine, I can handle it. This is nothing. Hang in there, hero. We're almost there.
Lunari quietly nods, but something definitely doesn't look okay. Are you sure? Is anything worrying you? Does your head hurt again?
No, it's just, I don't know. I keep being called the hero, but have I even done anything to deserve it?
Well, you dealt with 2 guardians, and you're working hard to save the moon, aren't you? You've always worked very hard.
But I haven't saved anything yet. People have called me the hero even when the moon was there, ever since I can remember. But what have I ever done to be recognized that way?
Girl, shut up! You literally just helped save a town. Shut up! Yeah, okay, it wasn't as hard a fight as it could have been, but you managed to do it. You still saved the town. And the animals of the forest and everything are all back to normal. You saved them too from being lunatics. Same with everything living around the lake. The birds and the deer and everything like that no longer touched by lunacy. Look at you. You're saving the world. Chill, child. Just accept that you are becoming what they've always called you. It took a little time to get there, but you're here now. Fucking chill. Take the title and live up to it. That's all you can do.
If they had banded together, maybe the townspeople would have dealt with the wolves themselves. Yeah, but they don't have the power to take on the lunacy.
That's the whole thing. They could have killed the wolf, and then what? They killed the wolf. What, they're gonna kill a lake? I don't think they can kill a lake. Come on now. And if they kill the wolf, then what? Then what happens to the moon? Dorcas, Dorcas, Dingus, Dongus.
There wasn't even anything that dangerous at the lake. Reflecting on oneself is something anyone can do. So why? Why me of all people? That's simple. You were chosen by the moon, that's all. But why choose me? What makes me any different from anyone else? Don't ask me, ask the moon. Maybe she just liked your silver eyes the most. I just don't understand it all. Lunari.
Lunari's legs suddenly fail her for a moment. You quickly try to support her.
Thank you, Celista. Sometimes it feels like you're the only one who calls me by my name. Don't worry, maybe I'm just not feeling too well from the lunacy's effect.
You're not sure how to cheer Lunari up. Should be a good thing to be respected, trusted and loved. You've always seen it as something she deserves. You've seen her work for it all her life. And if there's something you can do to help her carry her responsibility, that's what you're here for, isn't it? It's okay. You're doing so much already. Everyone gave you such big shoes to fit. It's normal to doubt yourself, but I think you're doing great. You really think so? Of course. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Exactly. See how far we are already? We're halfway there.
And just like you told me yesterday, if you need to stop for a rest at any moment, we can just do that. We rest and walk together. You don't have to bear the burden alone. So, Lister, we have to divide the hero title at this rate. Uh-oh, but then who will be he and who will be Ro? Unless we divide it horizontally. So, Nira? How'd she do that with her mouth?
Alright, only one more to go. Let's not lose our way now.
I'm gonna have to finish this off stream. It's just, off recording after I finish judging it. It's too fucking cute. Through the path to the north, you see ruins in the distance. Following the path directly north, you notice the ground and surroundings becoming more mountainous. The vegetation is way sparser than the forest you're used to. All around you feels bigger, more spacious and free. For a while, you see no sign of any settlements or travelers, but that doesn't make you feel that uneasy. You're not alone after all.
The hourglass should be hidden around this area.
This might sound silly, but what we're looking for can't be a simple hourglass, can it?
Well, it's an hourglass, that part is true. Just a very big one.
What do hourglasses have to do with the moon?
You ask such silly questions. This isn't relevant to the mission, is it?
You could almost swear she's hiding how much she doesn't know the answer to that question. While stopping from time to time to enjoy the view, you both continue following Dot until you reach what seems to be an abandoned temple. Oh, I think I read about this in a book. This is a temple from the people before the Order.
That's correct. This is a very ancient place.
So people used to venerate the moon here? Imagine if we had a temple like this in the village. I wonder what made those people disappear.
You're looking at it the wrong way. What remained of them is what became your order.
I see. I hope they won't have left any traps for us. Stay behind me and I'll check ahead as we go. You enter the ruins through what seemed to be the main entrance and find yourself in a corridor. The stone arcs go on, letting some light filter between the ancient cracks and dilapidated windows. But the more you advance, the more the light starts to dim. Oh, the corridor gets divided here. 3 entrances invite you to enter. The left one seems to have patches of sand on the floor. The middle one seems to go deeper and darker. The right one feels like a nice breeze is blowing from it. Where do you sense the hourglass, Dot?
I can't sense it from all here around. I'm super sure it's through these paths.
All of them? That saves us some trouble, but we still have to choose one. Which would be the fastest? A direct way may also be the most heavily protected, but if all the paths lead to the hourglass, it doesn't hurt to try finding the safest way. Okay, so sandy path. The breezy path feels like it would open back up again. So maybe that. The dark path, it has been getting darker and darker, so maybe we're supposed to follow the darkest path? But it could be dangerous, because in the dark you could stumble and hurt yourself. Or fall down a cliff or something. But for it to be really windy this far in, the opening... Let's take the breezy path. Why don't we go to the right? If they all lead to hourglass, maybe a more open path might be the safest. It might be... It might lead to a cliff, actually. Are you sure? If the wind's coming from there, it might just bring us back outside. Who knows, we might even find a direct passage to the hourglass if the ruins have collapsed around there. Fair point, let's give it a try at least.
You know, just because it's the right path doesn't make it the correct one.
But it would be funny if it was. You decide to continue through the right, and maybe correct, path. Here the light filters not only through cracks but also through the remains of columns and sometimes the outright lack of a wall. And like the rest of the interior ruins made of bare stone, the overgrowth covers a big part of the temple exterior. It's cold out, but even the mountain air feels warmer than inside the ruins. It's pleasant and even refreshing after all the walking you've been doing today. At one point the corridor makes a turn to the left, surrounding the temple, and from there is, oh no, a very long staircase. Oh well, you're here now. If anyone's going back to avoid climbing stairs, it won't be you.
Stairs. So many stairs. No more. That was quite a bit of them. Let's rest here for a while.
You sit down on some nearby rubble. In the past, this might not have been the highest floor of the temple, but the collapse of the uppermost structures have made it so now. How's your leg feeling?
Oh, just a bit extra sore.
Whew, at least this view was worth it.
It feels very nice. Even if the hourglass isn't up here, I'm glad we found this place.
Oh, look there. Do you see it?
Huh? Where?
You point towards the far south. Isn't that our village peeking from between the hills?
Oh, I see it. It looks like barely more than 4 houses. Oh, it's even smaller than me from here.
That's true. Even you could hold it in your hands. It's strange to think about. Until now, we don't know much aside from those barely 4 houses. The view from here, or the people from this temple, or all the paths continuing far towards the horizon, I can only imagine them until now. It's like I can't still fully believe it. We only knew them from the legends and stories, and there's a lot more that we haven't seen. You wish you could stay there just a bit longer, but this moment of respite can't last forever, unfortunately. You're here for a reason, and there's more on this floor to see yet. Once your legs start to feel normal again, you both take a good look around. You soon discover a fallen corner leading back inside to a lower floor. Using the rubble as footstools, you carefully descend. You start to wonder what's worse, a long upward staircase or an unstable improvised one. When you arrive at solid ground, you're in an empty room. Rubble and sand cover most of it, but the first impression it gives is that someone might have lived here in the past. There's faded paint and engravings on the wall. A pattern that looks somewhat familiar decorates the same row of bricks all around the room. Oh, those were in that book I read too. I think they're related to the legend of the moon of many shapes. Every day the moon gives a part of itself to the people, until it lost its form and had to gather itself again, piece by piece, changing its form every night. They called those forms the phases of the moon.
Oh, I remember that one. The people here might have known the story too. Even the tales are proof of the moon's kindness, of course.
It's all over the room, though. Maybe the story was important to them in some way. While you look at the patterns attentively, Lunari peeks through the room door. Look, we're back to the main temple corridors. Let's keep searching around here. You leave through the proper exit of the room, leading to another passage. It's dark and cold, and the ground is completely flooded with sand. Dot notes, the hourglass feels very close now. Alright, and I guess this is where we're going to have to leave it. Well, if you want to see how this game ends, you can go and find the link in the description below. Give it a try for yourself. See what different options the game provides if you make different choices to me. And let me know when you finish playing how you think it turned out. Give some love to the dev while you're at it. I'll catch you in the next time. Until then, take care and see you guys.